Yo, what's Gucci? Everybody, it's your boy ssjk-dots, the first Black Super Saiyan who revived from swim. I'm back here with another video. I have seen the Warriors,
come out to play.
Watch this on, well, it was free on YouTube Movies and stuff. So I decided to just, turn it on and finally watch this film. I haven't seen it before and checked it out. There's a video game for it. Never played a video game. Don't plan to play it. It doesn't look that fun, but there is a video game made for it if you guys want to go play it. This movie stars Michael Beck, James Remmer, Deborah Vankelberg, David Kelly, Terry Mickos, Dorsey White, David Harris, Marcelino Sanchez, and Lynn Thigpen as the DJ that is basically taking calls and sending out threats to Warriors and stuff on the radio.
And I do mean the Warriors. Here's a hit with them in mind.
Nowhere to run to, baby. That is crazy. I mean, this is New York, so this takes place in the 70s. This is in New York. There's multiple gangs that are pretty much in this city. There's different gangs in each borough. And Cyrus, who's the leader of one of these gangs, was trying to create some sort of like alliance between the gangs because, they outnumbered the cops. They pretty much outnumbered the police in this city. And they're trying to unite and stuff and strengthen the gangs and all that and everything. Cyrus gets assassinated by someone at one of these meetings they're having.
Oh, hell no!
And then the Warriors, our main characters, get blamed for it. The movie takes place in one night. It ends in a day. Well, it ends in the morning. That's when the movie ends. It ends in the morning. But it takes place the whole night. They're pretty much running away from all these different gangs and goons and stuff and all that. There were some parts. All right. Let me. I know some of y'all like, the Warriors clap. Look. This is my opinion. This is my opinion on it. All right. So I'm assuming most of the Warriors, the characters in the show, like Swan and Ajax and them, are like teens. They don't look like teens. They obviously look like adults. I think when these actors played these characters, they was obviously casted adults because that's what they do in most movie productions. They cast adults instead of teens to play teens. Some gangs look older, had some older people on it. Some gangs had younger people on it. It varies. So the Warriors had some young people on it, some older people on it. Probably the oldest they probably had was like people in their early 20s on this crew. And basically the Warriors, they got framed for killing Cyrus, the leader of this opposite gang. Now the gang that follows under Cyrus, they wasn't in this movie enough to where there was like some threat that was constantly chasing the Warriors and stuff. Like, these ain't no these are just a gang of kids and stuff. They dealt with other gangs. Like there was a gang of people on some roller skates and people with some bats and stuff, and another gang called the Orphans that tried to, this girl associated with the Orphans tried to set them up or whatever. It was some weird shit. And the main gang that was after them, they didn't come at them enough in the movie, run into them enough, because they're trying to get to Coney Island. They're hopping from train to train trying to get to Coney Island. They end up getting separated. And when they start to get separated and stuff, bro. So one of the dudes, Ajax, fucking dumbass Ajax. Alright. So they know they're on the run. They know they was obviously framed for doing something. They heard it on the radio. And they're out and about. They see this girl on a park bench chilling. This motherfucker Ajax horny ass was like, hey man, let's go kick it with the honey. And they're like, no bro, we need to get back to Coney Island. People trying to straight up kill us. Like, nah man, fuck this shit. I ain't finna be running. This nigga, look, I get it. He's young, all that stuff. But motherfucker, you stop for some coochie when people trying to literally kill you tonight. You got a bunch of girls near Coney Island, and you trying to get some coochie real quick, and then you try to force yourself on the girl.
I like it rough.
and then your dumbass got hooked up to the park bench, and your homies tried to come back for you, and it was like, well, he gone. And then the other guys, the other guy, like, all these dudes know they need to get back to Coney Island because people trying to kill them, cops after them, all this shit. They over here stopping, grabbing some coochie, all this shit. And guess what? The girls they tried to get some coochie with obviously set them up.
Wanna dance?
You're the famous warriors, the guys that shot Cyrus.
Shit, the chicks are packed! The chicks are packed!
Because they was trying to get some get back for Cyrus. Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk? These dumb motherfuckers, like, damn, y'all. Alright, but that's not the point. That's not the point. Oh yeah. I'll just say this. The mindset of the Warriors in this, very, very, very stupid. They was letting they dicks talk for them. They was letting they dicks talk for them. Mercy, the main girl in the movie who was with the orphans and she got taken by the Warriors. I guess that's like a hostage type of thing or whatever. Like a hostage in a sense. And eventually she was just with them the rest of the night and they was all kicking and stuff. Then Mercy and Swan have this random like love connection all of a sudden. I guess because, hey, they both young and they horny. Like, there was no good developed relationship from whatever they was doing. It was just kind of random. But let me talk about the things I did like. I did like the final duel at the end of the movie where, Swan finally went head up with the dude that tried to frame them for killing Cyrus when it was actually him. And then, man, I'll say this. Swan was tight. When Ajax tried to step at Swan stayed calm. He knew he can control the situation. He knew what he can do. He knew what he can do, but he stayed calm through almost everything throughout this movie. When I finished it, I got on Google and I was like, "Dang, is there a sequel?" Because I was like, "Damn, I kind of want to see a sequel. Like, there got to be more to this. It can't just be this simple." And that's what I say. The main gang in this movie that was under Cyrus, they wasn't no like threat like that. They other gangs was doing what they was supposed to be doing. They was barely out there doing shit. The only time they ran to the Warriors was at the end of the movie. And and the rest of the movie, they're like, man, we need to find the Warriors. Like, they're being relayed information from other people about which trains they're hitting, which stations they're stopping at. But they're not like a force in the movie that's constantly should be on them. Like, yes, other gangs should be on them, and they're trying to battle each gang and get away and stuff. But like, the main people after them, they're barely on them. Like, come on, y'all. This y'all leader and shit. Not saying the Warriors did it, but it's like y'all leader and these people supposedly did it. Y'all should be on them the most. And they wasn't. There was no force to be reckoned with like that. But, one thing I did like the cinematography. I loved the way things were shot in this movie. I love the music. I love the setting of this. It kind of even though this was just regular New York, it gave me some type of like post-apocalyptic vibes in a sense. Because it really feels like the gangs run the city in a sense, while they don't. This ain't no post-apocalyptic city they live in. But that's what it feels like. It feels like these gangs like literally running this city and stuff. That's what it feels like. It feels like one of these lawless cities where these gangs run things and stuff. Well, mind you, this movie, you only see the perspectives of the gangs in this movie. You don't see the civilians. I mean, you don't see any civilians, and they're in New York at night, and all you see is the gangs, right? Really just the gangs. You see some civilians on the trains and stuff, but it's like minimal people. But it's New York at night, and barely anybody out. I'm like, damn, ain't nobody out in this bitch. But the Warriors, for me, guys, I thought the Warriors was okay. I didn't think this movie was bad. I just thought it was okay. It was a lot of the members of the crew, stupid. There was that one dude who was played by, well, he was the only one of the few smart, Rembrandt. Man, when he went up in that house and he saw these fine ass girls and shit, I was like, bruh, what the fuck going on up in here? saw all these fine ass girl shit, and he knew something was up. And you know, I knew something was up. Anybody would know something was up. These random girls waiting for you at a train station at the you know, bottom of the stairs. They're waiting there, and y'all first thing is, man, let's go get some Gucci. Nah, y'all need to get back to Coney Island before you get, you know, jabbed, as they said throughout the movie. If you get jabbed on the street. Now, for the modern day audience, I recommend y'all don't watch this, cause look, some of y'all gonna hear some words in this movie, like y'all know what I'm talking about, the F word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You're gonna hear some words up here, right? And mind you, y'all gonna be too sensitive to watch it because, you know, this was a different time. They talked very different. So the modern audience, stay away from this movie. Don't come ruin it with y'all bullshit. Just stay away. Go watch your own movies. Go watch something else. But I can see why people at this time like this movie, especially people from New York. I think if you was from New York, you probably had to fuck with this movie the heaviest. But I liked it. I thought it was okay. I thought the movie was okay, guys. It had some issues, but I thought it was okay. Overall, I think it was just a fun little, you know, movie about a gang on the run from these other gangs, and they're trying to get back home. They're not really trying to, like, prove their innocence, because I mean, how can you really prove it, you know? But it's just weird to me how nobody, like, at this event, mind you, it's a big ass party and shit. And when the dude did shoot Cyrus, he did pick the best time to do it. He picked the time when everybody started getting up and cheering, so everybody's kind of distracted and focused on Cyrus. And then boom, he gets to shoot. And there was probably some people that saw it, but they probably ain't gonna snitch and say shit, because mind you, these are gangs. They're not finna snitch and stuff. You know, gangs don't snitch. If snitching is like sinning for gangsters and stuff. Snitching is basically sinning, and you can't snitch. Alright, you guys, thank you for watching the review. This is The Warriors. Go check it out. If I had to grade this movie, I give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was okay. For me, it was okay. You know, I can go like a 3.5 out of 5, but I'm gonna go for now with a 3 out of 5. Like, the story is not really, it's okay. But I think my favorite scene from this movie is the final duel, when Swan takes that knife and goes whoosh.
You dead?
Swan!
Throws that knife in dude's arm. He's like, ah! All slow-mo and shit. Man, that shit was kind of smooth. I'm you know, I fuck with it. Then Swan walked over, pulled out that knife. Took the dude's hair. Man, clean my shit. And he just put it away and dipped. Shouts out Swan. Swan was easily the best character in this movie, though. He's the best character. Oh yeah, Lycian dude, Rembrandt. He was thinking. And he got shot because his dumbass friends wanted some coochie. Dang. Alright, you guys, I'm about to go in this video. It's your boy K-Dot, the first Black Super Saiyan to wear by from the spank. So that peace, love, positivity, all that jazz. Don't do drugs. And like I always say, deuces.
What'd you do?